The village of Nkosi was a world apart, a timeless jewel cradled in the heart of the African savanna. Here, the baobab trees stood like ancient sentinels, their wide trunks holding stories of the past and mysteries of the spirit realm. Life pulsed in rhythm with the earth, the sun rising like a golden drumbeat and the moon weaving silver threads through the night sky. Amina, the village's beloved healer, was in labor. She had already endured 2 difficult pregnancies, but this child felt different. The elders whispered among themselves as they watched her labor under the open sky, beneath a sky streaked with stars so bright it felt as if the ancestors themselves were watching. The air was heavy with anticipation. Her husband, Jomo, paced nervously near the flickering fire, his hands clenched in silent prayer. Around them, the village prepared a celebration. Birth was sacred, a renewal of life's cycle. Yet the joyful drums had a strange undertone tonight, a tension no one could explain. After hours of labor, Amina's cries pierced the night. Mama Njeri, the village midwife, caught the baby as he was born. A tiny, wrinkled boy wrapped in the vibrant cloth dyed by the women of the village. The firelight danced on his skin, the world holding its breath. When Amina laid her son on the ground to bless him with the morning sun, the first rays fell warmly upon him. Yet, to everyone's shock, no shadow stretched beneath the child. The villagers gasped. A collective breath held tight in fear and disbelief. Elder Baba Kato, a man whose voice carried the weight of centuries, stepped forward. His face was grave, shadowed by the flickering firelight. A child without a shadow walks outside the laws of our world. This is no ordinary birth. Women clutched their children, men exchanged worried glances, and even the children stopped their playful screams, sensing a deep unease. Amina, exhausted but fiercely protective, cradled her son. "He is a blessing from the ancestors," she said softly. "A child born between worlds, to walk a path unseen." But in the hearts of many, a seed of fear had been planted. Shadows, they believed, were the soul's tether to the earth. To have no shadow was to be untethered from life itself, an omen that stirred whispers of curses and dark spirits. The village elder's words echoed in the night. "We must watch closely, for this child may carry the fate of Nkosi, or its ruin." As days turned into weeks, Jabari grew. His dark eyes held a wisdom far beyond his infant cries, and his small hands reached out to touch the world with gentle curiosity. Yet the mystery of his missing shadow remained. Children avoided him, whispering, stories born from fear and imagination. They called him the ghost child. Dogs barked from afar and refused to come near. Even the birds fell silent in his presence, as if sensing his difference. Despite this, Jabari's presence brought inexplicable changes. The dry earth around their hut softened. Shoots of green sprouted where he crawled, and at night, when he cried, the rains came, soaking the thirsty fields. Villagers watched in awe and suspicion. Some came to bless him, others to curse him. One day, Kofi arrived, a healer and traveler known for his knowledge of the unseen. His worn sandals stirred the dust as he approached Amina's hut. Kofi's eyes, sharp and knowing, settled on Jabari immediately. "This child is touched by the shadow spirits," he said, voice low and steady. "A union between the mortal and the otherworldly. He walks the line between light and darkness." Amina clutched Jabari tighter. "What does this mean for him? For us?" Kofi looked toward the distant horizon, where the sun hung low. "He carries power, but danger too. The village may not accept what he is. Protect him, but be prepared. Not all will understand." Rumors grew like wildfire. Some elders argued Jabari was a curse sent to punish them. Others believed he was a savior. The village split between fear and hope. One night, as the fire crackled, Amina whispered to her son, "You are stronger than they know. You are the bridge." Storm clouds gathered one evening, blotting out the stars. The wind howled like a restless spirit through the village. That night, Amina dreamed. She found herself standing in a luminous forest, where shadows and light danced together in harmony. There, a radiant figure appeared, an ancient spirit cloaked in shimmering light. "You carry the blood of shadow spirits," the voice said, echoing like thunder and a whisper at once. "Long ago, shadows and humans lived as one, guardians of balance and harmony." The spirit's eyes glowed with sorrow. "But fear fractured that bond. Your ancestors sealed the shadows away, forgetting the dance of dark and light." The spirit touched Amina's forehead gently. "Your son was born to restore that balance. His missing shadow is not a curse, it is his legacy. But beware, if the village rejects him, darkness will return to consume all." Amina awoke, drenched in sweat, heart pounding like a drumbeat. She knew what she must do. At dawn, she gathered the village elders. With trembling voice, she shared her vision and the spirit's warning. The elders argued long and fiercely, torn between ancient fear and the promise of renewal. Some insisted Jabari be sent away to protect the village. Others saw hope in his power. After hours, they reached a fragile decision. Jabari would stay, but watched closely. Amina knew the path ahead would be perilous, but she would not abandon her son. Years passed like the turning of seasons. Jabari grew into a boy with the calm strength of the earth itself. His eyes shone with the wisdom of one who sees beyond the veil. The village still whispered, but many came to accept him as the child of prophecy. The drought that had plagued Nkosi for years worsened, threatening crops, lives, and hope. One blazing. After noon, Jabari stepped into the fields, the sun scorching the dry earth. The villagers watched breathlessly. Where Jabari walked, the earth stirred. Green shoots burst from the cracked soil. Streams gushed forth where there was only dust. The skies darkened, and a gentle rain fell, soft and life-giving. Joy erupted, but so did questions. How could a child with no shadow command such power? Then Jabari revealed the truth. Standing beneath the blazing sun, he lifted his arms and summoned a shadow. Not dark or fearful, but radiant, woven from light and hope. It stretched and danced, connecting the earth to the heavens. "Shadows are not absence." Jabari spoke, his voice steady as the wind. "They are the dance between light and dark, spirit and body. I have no shadow because I am the bridge, the balance of all things." The village was transformed. From that day, shadows were no longer feared, but embraced as symbols of life's delicate balance. Nkosi prospered, its people forever changed by the boy who came with no shadow, the child who brought light to the darkness and hope to their hearts.